Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more. At the 20. They get him on the ground at the 20. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down there. That's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Pryor. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Going over the top. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
He'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll leave it with him. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt, to win.
Oh, they're not get free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Man, that's a big mistake, and listen, I'm still going to force-feed my playmakers. If I'm not quarterback, I'm not OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds a crease at the 20. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Rebels lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The give to the tailback. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point was good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Second down after that incompletion. He'll try the left side. He's there to make the stop.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to run it. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And once he got loose, it was all over. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back.
Oh, look out! Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. Runs through the tackle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Flips it out in the flat. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you've seen the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand. On
the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He looks that one in nicely. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll run play action. Scrambling away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man. It's Pryor.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They want to just keep throwing it. Got his man quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Rebels are marching down the field. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Freeman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking for a crease to the left. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get him. Because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And the draw play, it's about looking over here, look for pass, and then slipping it in real quick. Defense, too quick getting the backfield, caging that ball, making it stay in the middle of the field, getting the big TFL.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the middle. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Coming after it. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Release to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. You got to do a better job reading it in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Steps away. Lets it fly. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He'll set up to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Pass. Now we're to 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it, and I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you, and I'm going to run the football down your throat.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Running back searching for a hole. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
1
Coming out with it, it's Freeman. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Starting to feel a little pressure. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. And the Rebels will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Going for 6. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So take that touchdown off the board. You want to create a little space as a receiver, but too much aggression there. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
Looking to scramble. He's got it. Hard-hitting tackle.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think
going to throw it over the top of the deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes the connection. And they'll knock him down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Now adjusting. He'll throw it. It's on target and complete. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the Bulldogs get enough for the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Georgia going up tempo. They'll run it from the gun. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. A costly penalty for this defense gives him a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes the grab on the left.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They run the reverse. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice change-up play on offense there on that 3rd down. Going with the jet sweep to keep this drive alive.
Wide out in motion. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Getting set for the point after. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Fires on the move. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. This time on target. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Get it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Gets away. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's fourth down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. He's got a fresh set of downs.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Trying to get to him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Just drives it between the uprights. And they've regained the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over FIU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now improvising. Fires downfield. Pulls it in.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. It's a reverse. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact game plan. Fall forward and be physical.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. This is a designed run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Georgia! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it. Oh, man, he goes down, and he's going to lose yardage on that one.
And this defense is all over the quick game right now. They're up in possession, and they are tackling and they're pursuing the football. Nice play on that one.
He's back to throw on second down. And the full dive and grab down the left side.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. The snap sets up to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. They get to him as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.